and this is one I wrote to the prompt of dark. Here we go. There was a power cut in the Corsham Metropolitan Zoo. Nobody saw it coming, or much afterwards, because it was very dark. At that point, I had only been working there for about 2 weeks, mostly in the night shifts, while holding down a tedious job in sales, all to pay for a frankly overpriced flat share with a young and struggling Ryan Gosling. The time was 3 a.m, and I was the only human soul in the zoo. I was gripped with a sudden desperation. I had to find the local tiger, unfortunately named Leo, who was deathly afraid of the darkness. If he didn't get a good night's sleep, he would be very grouchy and most likely cause a kerfuffle in the morning. Besides, what kind of zookeeper would I be if I didn't protect the animals from their fears? So off I set, phone, flashlight in hand, blazing a trail through mazes of tunnels and cages. The snakes were loose and forming living graffiti on the walls. One such display read, "Get lost, big shit," but spelled quite badly. Most snakes never get a formal education. Although I was indeed lost and slightly hurt by their words, I persisted. I would deal with them later. I tore round the corner, dripping sweat and fear, hurdled over a gaggle of shrieking otters, navigated the drowning pools and bested the shrieking baboon. And there Leo was, alone in the unicorn enclosure. Curled up in a ball, all shaking and snivelling, I approached carefully. Upset tigers are the most dangerous kinds of tigers. My formal training kicked into gear. Pulling out a second-hand ukulele, I began an impromptu but tasteful acoustic cover of Uptown Funk. While initially hesitant, Leo really came out of his shell and contributed towards a cracking jamming session. The night drew on and we exchanged stories of our childhoods. Fond memories and deep regrets. I told him about the frog garden. He wished he'd reconciled with his dad before it was too late. Wrapped up in a big Ben 10 blanket, we braided each other's hair and played a very difficult game of I Spy. Before long, Leo was napping in my arms, the sun slowly rising on quiet caution. While I never would see Leo again, owing to a wild war breaking out later that morning, I will always remember the day I was lost in the dark and found a real friend. Thank you.